Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story? It's a poem. 260. A Tapestry of Idioms. In the heart of a bustling town where life's a rat race, a fellow named Jack, a bit of a space cadet, found himself lost like a fish out of water, a needle in a haystack, a lost cause, a scatterbrain. He'd been up all night burning the midnight oil, chasing a rainbow, a wild goose chase, a fool's errand. His head was spinning, a whirlwind of thoughts, a jumble of ideas, a hot mess, a tangled mess. He tried to think straight, but his mind was a blank slate, a clean slate, a fresh start, a new beginning. He needed to clear his head, to get his ducks in a row, to hit the nail on the head, to get to the bottom of things. He took a walk in the park, a breath of fresh air, a change of scenery, a new perspective. The birds were singing, the sun was shining, a perfect day, a picture-perfect scene. As he strolled along, he felt a weight lift off his shoulders, a burden lifted, a load off his mind. He began to feel more grounded, more centered, more in control, more on top of things. He realized that sometimes you need to take a step back, to see the bigger picture, to get the lay of the land, to let things settle, to let the dust settle, to let the chips fall where they may. And so Jack continued his walk, feeling renewed, a new lease of life, a fresh start. He knew that the road ahead would be challenging, but he was ready to face it head on. He wandered through the park, lost in thought, his mind racing, his imagination soaring. He saw himself as a superhero, a knight in shining armor, saving the day, riding off into the sunset. But then he realized that he didn't need to be a hero, just himself, authentic and true. He needed to be content with his own company, to find peace within himself. As he sat on a bench watching the world go by, he felt a sense of calm wash over him. He was no longer lost, no longer alone. He had found his way, his purpose, his place in the world. He stood up, stretched and took a deep breath. He was ready to face whatever came his way. He was ready to make a difference, to leave his mark. He was ready to live life to the fullest. Vocabulary notes. 1. Idioms. A rat race, a frenzied competition for success or status. Example. He was tired of the corporate rat race and decided to start his own business. A space cadet. Someone who is absent-minded or out of touch with reality. Example. She's such a space cadet, she always forgets her keys. A fish out of water. Someone who feels uncomfortable or out of place in a new situation. Example. He was the fish out of water at the formal dinner party. A needle in a haystack. Something that is very difficult to find. Example. Finding a job in this economy is like looking for a needle in a haystack. A lost cause, a hopeless situation or person. Example. He tried to help her quit smoking, but she was a lost cause. A scatterbrain, someone who is forgetful or disorganized. Example. She's such a scatterbrain, she can never remember where she puts her keys. Burning the midnight oil. Staying up late to work or study. Example. I was burning the midnight oil to finish my report. 2. Figurative language. Metaphor. A comparison between two unlike things without using like or as. Example. His mind was a blank slate. Simile. A comparison between two unlike things using like or as. Example. He was lost like a fish out of water. Personification. giving human qualities to non-human things. Example, the birds were singing. 3. Other terms. Space cadet, a slang term for someone who is absent-minded or out of touch with reality. Whirlwind, a sudden violent storm. Jumble, a confused or disordered mass. Blank slate, a clean start, a new beginning. Ducks in a row, things that are organized or in order. Lay of the land, the general situation or state of affairs. Chips fall where they may, to let things happen as they will. Lease on life, a renewed sense of energy or enthusiasm. Head on, directly and forcefully. Story written by Google Gemini AI. Images created by Designer AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.